So we try again. Just had a restart of game 3 here between the players. This is Plogen's home map. So he picks Socotra for this one. Tight map. Huge laming potential. Walling enemy berries. Killing their hunt. Elephant to the side though for Plogen. That's good. It's a bit of a more of a distance to lame. I think Erikur yet again wants to go forward to lame here though. Going in the wrong direction, unfortunately. All the hunt is on the right hand side for Plogen. So not that easy this time around. Plogen sticking around this time, around his elephant. Doesn't want any lame to happen. Well, he's going to push in, but now Erikur runs at the risk of being sniped by the enemy TC here. If you take a hit to your initial scout, you can't easily lame, but Plogen will go back to the hunt and probably try and either lame or stop a lame from happening on here. Elephant not yet taken from Erikur here. Maybe he won't dare trying to lame again after the previous game, who knows? Wouldn't be ideal to spend the second restart on the same map and game. Yeah, Plogen keeps the scout on patrol here near the elephant until he's going to take it for himself. Wise choice, just to make sure that the lame won't happen here. First bring in the elephant here for Erikur, his own elephant, so Plogen seems to be a fair player here, doesn't want to lame even on Socotra. Erikur yet again going dangerously close to enemy TC here, but doesn't seem to mind it. Still hasn't given up on the idea, apparently. Looking for this elephant. Will he be able to get it? Oh, sees it. Sees it. Just peeking. And there it is. But Plogen, obviously on the ready here, has this scouted, is on the alert, is probably just going to block this, get some nice damage in on the enemy scout, maybe even pick off Erikur's scout here. Let's see Erikur's laming skills here. Plogen does go for a hit, tries for the block here. Here comes even an early barracks. It's going to be a Japanese pretty darn early rush here. Look at this dancing around just to get that elephant back home. Even sensing the villager now to keep hitting. I think Plogen just have to give up on this one and push in the deer. And congratulations to Erikur for securing himself another 400 food here. Doesn't mean that his own food isn't at risk though. See, houses here serving as a temporary wall. Plogen may or may not have seen Erikur going for a barracks. Let's see. Doesn't really know. But could get out some early men at arms here as Malians as well. If you send the militia over to kill this. Okay, so what Plogen is writing here is, I was waiting so long for you to take it, because he apparently probably wanted to block that lane and get that satisfaction, but yeah. And then I failed the blocking. I was waiting so long for you to take it, and then I failed the blocking. Liz is taking it with a smile here. We're seeing Japanese militia, angry housewives in production here, and we'll be seeing a forward soon enough here. Going to gold to maybe even... It's a rush into archers here, maybe, for Erikur. That could be the case. I think Erikur wants to go over here and kill the ostriches now, just to limit the food potential even more. Now he's going to get some downhill hits on Plogen's unloomed villagers. Doesn't get a kill, but does get some serious damage in still. These villagers are without loom and hunting in free area here, but look at loom on the way for Plogen here. Obviously reacting to the dangerous forward here. Well, getting lamed by Erikur is actually a compliment. He thinks Plogen is dangerous enough to win this set. You might be right, or it might just be a standard Socotra meta. Going for a scout kill here, maybe? No, not really. 4 militia, 1 weak, but most of them still alive. Let's look at the ecos here. Erikur with more food. Surprisingly enough, he did steal an elephant and is now going for the hunt as well. I think Plogen is playing this too nicely. He did want to block the lane and try and get Erikur's scout, but didn't, unfortunately, not succeed. Quick walls, not in time here. But 1 weak militia goes down there to a villager, so great defense for Plogen after all here. So let's go to the overview again. Plogen has 1 builder lead here, even with Loom in the mix. Erikur has Loom up as well, but that means that Erikur has had some idle time, probably as a result of the laming and other things happening. There's some hunt being abandoned here by Plogen. Obviously can't take that with a drush at work forward here. Both players committed to the Dark Age, but right now looking pretty decent for the Malians player. Taking small losses, only issue being food lost, hunt lost, securing the berries and committing into quite a few farms here. Could still mean and not so much later feudal age for Plogen here overall. Good walls as well, using the natural resources as a blocker here. Could still take this gold as long as Erikur doesn't provide a ranged option later, right? And very heavily into wood here. Going for gold. Malians get gold mining for free as well, so once the feudal age kicks in, Malians will gather gold quicker. Adolf says, my prediction, whoever makes second TC loses. Maybe Adolf has spied in the rec channel and knows the result already, who knows. I don't want to wager any money on this, Adolf. But if anyone else wants to take the bet, they're free to do so. (31 to 26 builders now, but that's also because Erikur is on the way to the village. He will have faster attacking infantry with Japanese. That's going to kick in starting in the village, right? 33% faster from the feudal age. I bet 50 shekels. If that's the equivalent of a tenth of a Norwegian krone, I'll take that bet. Incredible forward investment here for Erikur. He knows he's up to the feudal age first by good margins here. Drops 2 archery rangers on the hill, taking this hill, restricting lots of resources here from Plogen, and even has the wood to drop a stable at home. Yeah, that's too much, Adolf. I'm not taking that one. Especially since I know who wins. Alright, so men-at-arms are in, faster, attacking Japanese men-at-arms here, as Plogen is on the way to the feudal age. Men-at-arms could now break in over here with archer's support, and you'd have a tough time quick-calling behind. And berries off limits. I think Plogen is going to struggle for a good follow-up. He is Malian though, so once feudal age is in, he will have infantry with +1 pierce armor. He could go into men-at-arms here against small groups of men-at-arms and archers. He basically has a semi-counter to archers with the Malian men-at-arms here, preferably with that +1 defense bonus though. Decent eco, quite a few farms, missing 500 food, and then could go to the castle age. Lots of wood in the bank as well, could absolutely be invested into more farms for further food income as well. Attacks on multiple sides here now. Erikur is really flanking the opponent here, whereas Plogen is going to blacksmith, market, and range here, as you can do with Malians. And why not cage them? Which units? Oh yeah, wall them in. Yeah, true. I get it. It's 12 to 1 military for Erikur now. It looks to me like Plogen wants to get to that castle age and try for a power spike in that way. Yeah, right side. Yeah, it would be an option. Defensive tower fails. And Erikur is committing to full fuel here. Scout of Plogen just chilling out over here. Archers everywhere, literally. One villager goes down. And it's 2 villager lead for Erikur now, but the military numbers are what's deciding this. 13 to 1 here. Failed tower as said. Men at arms will help break through the walls yet again. And Plogen gets just more and more cramped into the corner here. Has no way of counterattacking at this moment. He is going Castle Age though. Could be thinking about going into some kind of siege here, or get to the longswords, or do whatever is in the plan here. Maybe crossbows, considering the food and no wood and gold situation here. But how do you fight 10 military with 0 of your own when you're cramped up in the corner like this? You have to break your own walls, risk letting enemy units in, and then expand somehow. Gold access is still over here though, so it's still the army potential for Plogen here. He is committing to some skirms, but then again we have Castle Age on the way for Erikur as well. House not completed here, but the archers move out back towards the hill, maybe pending that crossbow upgrade and to be adding some knights here later. I think Erikur here might be suspecting that Plogen is actually up. He did have a lot of farms, did invest into the buildings needed to go up, and now Erikur will need to bail until he can get to the castle age himself here and get to the appropriate upgrades. Scouts made short work of here. Scores deceivingly alike here. Defensive siege workshop for Plogen, also another stable. But food eco doesn't really support consistent knights production here. Second stable will for sure make it easier to get the numbers up. And if you can get the knights out in time, maybe you'll be able to challenge Field Age archers before they can get into crossbows here. 10% left though. That's going to be an issue for Plogen. And there's the castle age for Erikur. With some presence somewhere. What's that? A stray archer over here. And some knights chasing in this direction. So crossbow, Bodkin, and some knights on the way for Erikur as well. +1 on Plogen's knights will be vulnerable to crossbows now here, but with some skirms to accompany his knights here. Finally counter-attacking here Plogen and doing good work at it. Looking at, considering the pressure applied here by Erikur during the whole game, it's pretty darn amazing that Plogen is still with 40+ villagers here. He is only with few ledge skirms, though will maybe get a pick off or two here, but will lose his precious skirms here and left with no option to deal with crossbows or even spearmen here. Nice quick walls from Erikur keeps the knights out of the woodland here. They are also dangerously close to the TC, can't really go anywhere here. Another house foundation here and the knights are trapped and have to pass around the TC all the time. Even some spears out, great presence there from Erikur, and a few crossbows just being added into the eco here. Plogen now taking a little bit of discord as well. Seems dangerous. Tries to expand here a little bit, but seems to lose his forward to TC fire and some clever quick walls here. GG is called, and Erikur is up 2-1 here. So lame is the game on Socotra, apparently, and Erikur stealing the first elephant. Losing 400 food just like that is just devastating for the opponent. Plogen tried to block the lane, but didn't quite succeed, was expecting it all along. Yeah, Plogen. The fact that Plogen has roughly the same build count as Erikur after all this pressure and losing the initial elephant is simply amazing. It's very strong performance, even falling behind like that. That's some serious adaptation. Look at the up times as well. Field age obviously a bit later, but then cast age slightly earlier, and with more than decent eco to back it. Great defense.